Loving when you don't like. July 2, 2016. Last week we spoke of coping with violence in your world, the kind you see on your news that does not affect you directly. This week we wish to apply the very same principles to the less than kind behaviors that do affect you personally. How do you handle the verbal attacks of those around you, and those souls that seem to require an argument? How do you deal with those unwilling to compromise? If you have heard our messages for some time, you already know that the answer is love. Love is not always like. Love is not always feeling good about a person or a behavior. Love as we define it, is simply an acknowledgement of the spark of light within a soul, and a recognition that each soul, no matter how wounded, no matter how stubborn, no matter how unkind, is doing their very best, ultimately, to feel loved, whether they realize it or not. There are some souls who ask for love in kind ways. They reach out for help honestly, or they shower kindness upon others to feel that flow of love through their very being. There are other souls who are far less conscious. They reach out for love by attacking you with their words, or creating arguments. "Join me in my anger and pain," is what they are really crying out. "See my pain. Feel it with me." They do not even know this is what they are after. And while it would be much more evolved of course to say please help me find a way out of my pain, sadly they do not even believe that is possible. Frequently they do not believe anyone would care about what is really buried in their hearts, and so they have disconnected from the very same. These are the souls who need your love, even when they do not merit your attention. You can turn away from them and you can refuse to dignify their darkness with your light, but try not to hate them. Pray for them instead. Send them light, and ask for the upliftment of their souls. There are other souls who are unwilling to compromise with you, family members, co-workers, those you cannot walk away from and must deal with. These souls are crying out for love in one of two ways. Either they are following their inner guidance and asking you to trust that they know what they are doing in their own lives, or they are stubbornly clinging to a perspective out of a desperate need for acknowledgement and validation. In either case, let them be. Back away from the disagreement. Pray for a loving course of action for yourself that does not involve their agreement. The world needs your love, dear ones. The hurting souls need someone, if even in a distant silent way, to acknowledge their light and pray for them. Don't dance with, or dignify their darkness. Instead, remove yourselves from painful situations and disagreements when you can, send the wounded ones your light and prayers, and know that their painful behaviors are not about you. In doing so, you are choosing to embody your deepest, truest, most loving self. You become, literally, in the world but not of it, a light and a beacon of hope on this earth. The Angels. Channeled by Ann Albers. www.visionsofheaven.com